So I just finished the ferry flight from Utah to Texas, and now I'm going to do a walk around, show you guys what this Aeronca Champ is all about. It is a 1946. It was built January 21st, 1946 in Middletown, Ohio. And this airplane is very unique compared to the Champ that I've been flying, which, you know, the 7AC that I have, a standard 7AC is a 65 horse Continental. Well, this has an 0200. It's a Continental, 100 horse. It's a Thrifty 150 engine. It's a Cessna 150 engine. It's very economical in some sense, but it's a little bit more of a gas guzzler than the old 65. One thing that's unique about the plane, it has aluminum spars instead of wood spars. The old Aeroncas have the wood spars, which if you're going to buy one, make sure that the AD is complied with, and also make sure it's been very well inspected. No cracks are in the spar. So this is the second Champ in a row that I've flown with metal spars, and it's a good ride. I came over the mountains and everything, and I didn't feel nervous. So let's do a quick walk around here. This is a very clean Champ. I'm not sure how much the owner paid for it, but I would imagine it was more than $15,000. So you got these quarter turns here that I got to get out, but you can see it's a very clean engine install. 2 slick mags. Another thing that's unique, here's a starter. So there is a battery that you have to charge, and it hooks to this starter, so you have electric start with this 0200. The battery went dead yesterday, but I was able to hand prop it, one flip of the blade. It was pretty easy. It has Hamlin-Wilson mufflers. Same muffler that is on my Champ. I really like these mufflers because it's a lot quieter. It's kind of nice for your neighbors. The old Champ has the hit and miss tractor sound. They call them air knockers because it sounds like it's knocking up against the air with the straight pipes. Metal prop. I'm not sure what the pitch is on this, but the airplane cruises close to 100 miles an hour. I'd say around 90 miles an hour. Not too bad. Very well installed with the cowling. Unlike mine, it's a little beat up and everything. So, but I'm sure my Champ didn't cost as much as this. Here's another unique feature. It has the no bounce landing gear. So it doesn't have the oleo struts that normal 7AC would have, which Aeronca took a lot of pride in those oleo struts. I'm not sure when the no bounce came out, but it is, like Kelly was saying, he's actually holding the camera, you have to land the Champ twice. You like touch down, and it's, I believe because the gear are extended a lot more than the normal oleo struts, and you can feel the gear start settling, and once you get on the ground, it's like one side settles a little bit more than the other, and then finally the other one. So you're kind of like flying the wing until it's completely dead. But it is pretty nice. It is, you know, I make smooth landing anyway, but this even makes it more smoother. It doesn't have lights, but there is a light fixture here. Another thing is, everything on this airplane, I believe this is Stitz polyfiber. It's just very well maintained. The airplane was restored somewhere in Texas a few years ago, went to Utah, now it's back in Texas. Normal tail feathers, normal flying wires. One thing that's different is this tail wheel. A lot of guys are putting these big Scott 3200s on. I don't have a Scott 3200. This is not what is normally on a Champ, okay, or a Piper Cub, but everyone seems to be putting these on. Alaska Bush Wheel bought out Scott, I believe, but a Scott 3200 tail wheel assembly is $3,200. They're very, very expensive. There's a lot more weight than a regular, is it?
2000.
Yeah, Scott 2000. Scott 2000 works great. As long as you're not flying in the bush, it's going to be fine. I've been flying my Champ for 25 years, never had a tail wheel issue whatsoever. But this is the same thing I have on a Travel Air that weighs 2,500 pounds, okay? This is a 700-pound, empty weight aircraft. You can see it's just beautifully finished. I've talked about it a little bit, but there's auxiliary fuel tanks in each side of the wing. There's 5-gallon. There's 2 manual valves in the side of in the cockpit here. I'll show you those. But it gives you extra 10 gallons of fuel, so we have 23 gallons of total fuel. Open it up here. Interiorly, the aircraft is a 10. It's a 10 all the way. It's not the standard orthodox Aronca 7AC, just because they put Icon radio in here. Icon, what is it, A200. So it's mounted in here very nicely. The carburetor heat is located over here on the left side of the cockpit. Okay, there is a intercom push to talk also. This is another thing, because you have your intercom and your comm radio. You have to flip this switch back and forth, and then you have to push to talk right here. Here's your mixture, because you can use the mixture for the engine. Up at altitude, 9,000 feet, the mixture works very, very, very well. I landed at a couple airports at 7,000 feet. You have to use the mixture, if not, the engine would quit. Okay. Primer, this is a normal location. Here's your compass. Cabin heat. This is the best cabin heat I've ever had in a Champ. Actually, I had to shed my jacket, take off my thermal underwear. I had ski pants and everything, because if it was my Champ, I would have been a popsicle. Normal sticks. Everything's very, very nice. You have your normal rudder pedals and brakes. There's hydraulic brakes on this Champ. They work really well. They're not too sticky. They're not like Cleveland disc brakes or anything. So everything I thought did really well. Here's another really nice feature, is the shoulder harnesses. Having an aircraft like this, you should probably have shoulder harnesses. Okay. Anybody that has a little accidents or something like that, it really eliminates having any head injuries. So if you don't have shoulder harnesses in a Champ or a Cub, and if you can get them in there, highly recommend that you probably try to get this mod done. Here's a master switch. The master switch, there's a battery back behind the back seat. The battery operates the comm radio and the starter, and that's it. Each night you have to charge the battery, okay? The starter button, you can see here, it's placard. And I'm not sure if you can see these valves up here, but this is the on and off. See, this one's on. I can turn it. There you go. And that's off. Whenever you have 0 to a quarter tank of fuel, you can switch one of these valves on. It gravity feeds down through the fuel line. And what I found out, if you grab the fuel line when you do that, it gets cold. It's cool fuel, and that tells you that it's transferring. It's a good indication of that. And then you'll start seeing it on your main tank, the gauge here, which this main tank is 13 gallons. You'll start seeing it come up. I transferred both of them over, coming here, and I had over half a tank full of fuel. Here's something that I'd never seen in a Champ. This is just a glare shield. I took it down, but it fits right up here in the window area, and it just clips in, so it's really easy to operate. Something like that. Oh, that one's hitting there, but yep, it would go on like so, and then you can actually keep the sun from getting in your eyes. Well, that kind of wraps up the walk around, quick and easy, of a Champ. It's a very popular airplane right now, along with the Cubs, Super Cubs. Any aircraft right now is, if you're a seller, you're going to get top dollar for your airplanes, and you're a buyer, you're going to be having a hard time finding an airplane to buy, because people are buying them sight unseen, just like this one. They'll call and give full price offers or more. So you guys will figure that out. I'm not the one to be looking for Champs for you. I get a lot of messages from everyone. Hey, can you take a look out for a Champ or whatever? I don't have time for that, but hey, if you need something ferried, maybe I might be able to help out. All right. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.